Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CM Trading. Today's November 4th, 2019, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, later this evening at 8:30 South African time out of the European Union, we have ECB President Lagarde will be speaking as Mario Draghi has stepped down and finished his term. Now looking at the market, starting out with the currencies, euro on resistance potentially giving us an opportunity there, while the South African rand remains turmoiled, whipsaws between two major levels, and Aussie dollar breaks on the upside and may give us a potential insight as where the euro will be going as well. Now looking at the Dow Jones, last week on Friday we had NFP and the Dow Jones finally breaks to the upside, breaking above the 27,000-ish area and rallying to 27,300-ish area. I'm going to take a look at that and see what stocks gain with that. Now looking at the commodities, we're looking at gold at another resistance opportunity as it trades closer to this 1515 level, and stocks looking at Apple and JP Morgan continue to surge to new all-time highs once again, while Facebook fills the gap, looking for an opportunity there as well. And lastly, looking at Bitcoin, it's looking at to consolidate on support, but just be aware it may break down. But let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trade. So we're taking a look here at the EURUSD, and you can see that on a daily chart, we're pretty much hitting this double level, this 1180-ish level. But the question is, which way is this going to go moving forward, as this has potentially given us an opportunity to actually get into another level if we do break out. Now, I did mention the Aussie dollar broke out. If we look at there, above 68, 68-ish level to 69, 19-ish level, breaking against the dollar. So looking at the euro back, if this does break above it, I do expect it to look a little bit similar to the Aussie dollar. However, if we see that it fails later today, it may potentially retrace back down to this 1150-ish level. Now, these are quite consolidated areas, okay? They're not trading in massive kind of trading ranges, but you do want to know that these things are actually unfolding, especially if the news comes out really good, if President Lagarde actually adds some weight to the economy and says that things are turning around. So you just do want to know that these levels are being hit. Now lastly, looking at the USD Rand, okay, now this has been a roller coaster over the past couple of weeks, and this has really had an opportunity last week, and this is a classic fade opportunity. You guys know that I love this type of area where we have these type of spikes and then the correctional move that comes right after it. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. We capitulated here at 1516-ish level and then broke down. Potentially the next area of support is our 1459-ish area. So if we do close this area and get back down to this area, this is where I'd look to actually pick it up. I mean, at this stage, pretty much missed the move because last Friday, this happened late last Friday into this early this morning, gapping down and making that correctional move on the downside. But again, if it does get to this 1456-ish area, I'd actually start looking to buy in a potential reversal opportunity. Now looking at gold trading at this 1513-ish area again, okay, trading close to this resistance and trading it again and testing it again. And this is while the US dollar has been getting a little bit stronger and the Dow Jones getting a lot stronger. So the fact that gold has been trading at this 1513-ish level just raises the question of why. And the only other possibility that I could give it to or attribute it to is this potentially this issue with China, as things are actually not calming down and need to actually be resolved in this month of November. So with that said, if we do continue to rally in the Dow Jones, I do expect this to actually make a correctional move. Now jumping into that Dow Jones, you can see we pretty much traded within this area last week, and this is a tremendous breakout. Okay, we haven't broken out in this area since September-ish time, okay, where we traded at this 27,316. Now looking at all-time highs for this, excuse me, looking at all-time highs for this, okay, we are pretty much sitting at all-time highs. So this really has to carry us up further if it does look like it's going to get stronger. Now looking at the major stocks, JP Morgan, all-time highs once again, 127, gapping up and gapping and going and closing above where we were the previous day. If we looked at Apple, same story, 255. Okay, and we broke my target. My target was 250 and it's hitting 255. So, you know, the next target is really 275 if this continues at this pace. Okay, but looking at the other stocks, I don't see that they're going right away. If we look at Microsoft, they're trading. He's trading near its highs, but not breaking out higher, okay, which raises the question of what's going on here, okay? So I'm not convinced that we're going higher today, but if it does continue, if Apple and JP Morgan continue to break out higher, they may pull the rest of the market higher. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin, we watched it consolidate after this massive rally last week at this 9,000 level. Okay, so there are two scenarios here, okay? If this does continue to consolidate and not break this support area at 9,000, we could see it go down. However, if this does start trickling down again and breaking close to the 9,000 area and breaking it with some momentum, then I see ourselves back in this 8,400-ish area. Okay, now it doesn't mean that it's all happened today, but potentially it will happen as the week continues. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish everybody a great trading day. Thank you.